So what we're going to talk about now?
Let's talk about the BET Awards.
Okay.
And you actually said it was actually pretty decent this year.
It was decent.
For once.
For once, it was decent. I ain't going to lie to you, man. I'm not really a big fan of the BET Awards because it's been so many generic artists lately that, you don't really, a lot of times real artists don't get a chance to shine. But this year, I was pleasantly surprised because, and we're not hating on none of these new artists. We're just saying, if it's so generic, sometimes it gets a little boring, that's all. So we had a performance in the beginning. Regina Hall was the host, and she brought out EU. He did the famous song, Doing the Butt. So that was dope.
Nothing wrong. All night long. Ow!
Y'all know that about that. So
was him and Cameo the same guy or no? Because they kind of got that similar voice.
They did. They had a very similar voice. The EU I think is from DC. Cameo I think was from somewhere else, maybe like New York or something. But that was a dope performance. Just good throwback for us who are old enough to know that song. We also had the Central Park 5.
Let's clap that up.
Now, no.
Exonerated 5.
Exonerated. So yeah, y'all can put that in your pipe and smoke it because them dudes are fully exonerated. I don't care what nobody says. So definitely, we got to give respect to them because they went through a lot. With going to prison and all of that, man. So, and I know that was a scary thing, you know what I mean? So, they were up there and they were able to talk for a few minutes and just, so that you can get to know them, you know what I mean? So that was kind of dope. I still haven't finished seeing the docuseries, so it's a 4-part docuseries, When They See Us, and I've seen the first 2. I need to go back and see the other 2 because they are, I'm sure they're full of information.
Please go back. Yeah. We definitely got to discuss.
Talking that,
we really got to discuss, the things. And honestly, just to get into it brief, not to cut you off, but the 4th episode, basically, with focusing on Corey Wise, man, it's just
okay.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that
because was he the oldest?
He was the oldest.
Okay.
But see, when you think about it though, he was just 16 going into that, and it's just like he was still like young. You know what I'm saying? And it's just man.
Yeah, man, that's rough, man. So definitely, my heart goes out to those brothers, and I'm just glad that they are able to live to this day to tell this story. You know what I mean? So peace to all of them, man.
Yeah.
So, and I'm gonna try and get the other episodes completed this week, so that next time when we have another episode, we'll be able to talk to them. And just to let y'all know, we probably won't do an episode next week because with that being the July 4th week, we're going to take some time to be with the family and stuff like that.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, celebrate.
Shotguns and titties and beer.
Celebrate America, and have some people with the American flag Speedos. Stars and stripes on your dick. So
disrespect my flag.
Right.
Put it on my chin.
Right. Don't disrespect that flag. It's okay if I put it on my nuts, but don't disrespect. Don't you dare. But yeah, so and then also on the BET Awards, T.I. introduced a tribute to Nipsey Hussle. That was dope. So his family got up there and was able to speak on his behalf, Lauren London and his mother and all his other relatives. It was dope, but what made me mad on my part was my DVR cut it off in the middle of the conversation because they went over time. So I set it up to record the normal amount of time that they allot, and I didn't think to set it to record extra time. I forgot a lot of times they go over. So my DVR kind of cut it off right in the middle of his, I think it was his mom's giving a speech, and my wife actually saw it live. She said it was kind of funny because the father and the mother was like getting a little carried away on her speech, and so she said the father was kind of, trying to, say something to her, but it wasn't working out. But so I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find a clip of that. So that was dope, man. You know what I mean? And the marathon still continues, with his store. So definitely, if you're somebody who lives on the West Coast, you gotta go check that out. Support that. That supports his whole family and supports his legacy. You know what I mean? So rest in peace and shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Let's clap that up. Yeah. So and my favorite part of the entire BET Awards was Mary J. Blige. Listen, first of all, let me just clap her up real quick, just for who she is. Let me tell you something. In the words of the late great Notorious B.I.G., I had a crush on you since Real Love. You know what I mean? Yo, she was looking so good. Her outfit gave me so much life. I was just sitting there just drunk, just looking at her like, yo, Mary is just so fly. And she about to hit 50. And she is still looking like she in her late 20s, early 30s, something like that. So,
like no crack.
Man. You know what I mean?
Now, like a mug one.
I ain't gonna lie, her performance wasn't like top notch because you can tell she's getting older, so she was getting winded a lot more, and she was trying to do dance moves to keep up with the dancers, so you can tell it was a little hard on her, but that comes with age. But what was dope was, she did a lot of her throwback songs, My Life, Real Love. She did the joint with Little Kim, brought out Little Kim, and for once in a while, Little Kim actually wasn't looking a hot mess. Let's clap that out. So I was pleasantly surprised. Kim did a good job. She came out, did her verse. And then she also did my favorite joint with her and Method Man, which was Method Man's song, You're All I Need or whatever. And so he came out and they did that joint. That was so dope, man. And it was just, I think her performance altogether was about maybe 15, 20 minutes almost. So, because she went through a lot of different songs, man. So, y'all need to go check that out. If I can, I'll post some clips from it on maybe YouTube or Facebook or something like that. But go check that out, man, because that was a stellar performance, and just, it was so nostalgic, you know what I mean? Being able to have that throwback, you know what I mean? To take you back to the 90s and early 2000s and all of that. So, I was loving it. So, that was basically the greatest part to me of the BET Awards. A lot of the younger kids is going to be into the stuff like City Girls. They was up there. Well, one half of them. The other one in jail.
Damn.
Yeah, so they, she got a song with one of them rappers, The Baby or Baby, Lil Baby, one of them. It's a couple of baby rappers out there. I can't remember which one it is.
Baby rappers?
Yeah, it's one called The Baby and one called Lil Baby. So, that was kind of a cool performance, but honestly, their music is not as jumping for me personally. You know what I mean? I prefer like lyricism a little bit more. Every now and then I like a good club song, you know what I mean, all of that, but for the most part I prefer lyricism, boom bap, all of that, you know what I mean? So What else did they have? I think that was pretty much the highlights from the BET Awards. So y'all weigh in. Let us know what y'all thought. If y'all watched the BET Awards, let us know what y'all thought about it. We need some feedback on Mixer, on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We need to hear from y'all. So let us know what y'all thought. And what we gonna talk about next?
Then you say that Ghostface got new music. Let's clap that up. Ghostface in the building working. Everybody might want to lock their shit up though. You know, coming to get you.
Coming to get you.
Coming to get you.
Hey, it's dope, man. He been promoting it on his Instagram. He put out a trailer. It shows a little bit part of a video. I guess it's gonna be like his first single. You don't really get to see too much of the music. It's more so just a little action scene. It's supposed to be like the old movie Dead Presidents, where they had the makeup on and they were trying to rob the bank to get some money. So he had on makeup like that, like it was a Dead Presidents tribute. And then right when he get to start rapping, that's when the trailer cuts off. So he trying to tease y'all. It sounds like it's gonna be dope though. The album is coming out in August 2019, and it's called Ghostface Killah. It's gonna be called Ghostface Killah.
I like that.
So yeah, and I think he put the name of the first single, but I forgot. So I apologize, or I have to check into that. So if y'all a fan of the Wu Tang or Ghostface, anything, you might want to check this out, man. And if you're not familiar, you need to go check it out, because this is where real hip hop comes from. You know what I mean? So
now let's go ahead and talk about this Cardi B thing. She had a new video out. She get butt naked. Butt naked. Yeah, boy.
So yeah, y'all. I'm sure y'all probably heard about the new Cardi B song "Press." She performed it at the BET Awards too, and she had her husband Offset. Yeah, I forget. Offset. And so but the video is off the chain because she goes nude in the video. At first she just shows like a little top, so I was like, oh snap, okay. Then next thing you know, it goes full on, and you see the whole body shot, and all the background dancers was butt naked. I was like, okay, Cardi, you trying to get my attention.
I had to go
salute.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I had to go out there and get the balls of jerkers real quick.
Yo. So yeah, she definitely made sure she put it all out there on this one.
So I mean, I honestly haven't watched the video. So really, can you just kind of explain like what was the concept behind? Because I'm getting the vibe. Because when you told me that she got naked, I'm kind of getting the vibe of the whole, like, remember Erykah Badu, right. She went naked on the video. Yeah. But I mean, it had deeper meaning, obviously. But
yeah, I mean, I think it's supposed to have a deeper meaning because basically in the video, they're naked, her in the background dancing, but they got little splats of blood on them. So it's kind of like, it's supposed to be like a murder scene basically, but it's really... It's not that deep, you know what I mean? She's basically talking her shit kind of like the old Bodak Yellow song. Just kind of talking her shit and basically like, any bitch that stepped to me, I'm murdered. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them talking shit songs to me. Y'all go check it out for yourself and let me know. Well, let me know what y'all opinion is. But to me, it's just basically that trash talking song. And she feel like, I done made a name for myself. You know what I mean? Let me talk my shit, you know what I mean? So, I like it, you know what I mean? I like Cardi. She got a lot of energy, man, that she brings to her songs. I mean, she's not like a lyricist, but she's a good rapper. I would give her that, you know what I mean?
Let's clap that up.
Let's clap that up, man. She's not out here like trying to battle, you know what I mean? But you can tell that, if anybody come for her, she going in. But her songs are... very braggadocious and she's on that New York vibe, you know what I mean? I like that about her, you know what I mean? She got that real New York vibe because me being from New York, I kind of miss that, you know what I mean? So
do you think she rep New York better than let's say
absolutely, I already know.
Nicki.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to take some time out to talk, because everybody talk about this whole comparison stuff, you know, with Nicki and Cardi and all that, because I was just kind of thinking about that today.
Yeah. One
thing I can say about, and I would choose Cardi over Nicki. Now, I would say Nicki's definitely a better MC.
Yeah.
I can honestly say that.
Lyricist.
She's a lyricist, but I think as far as a whole package, I mean, and I'm not trying to down her or anything like that, especially like, well, dang, Nicki's a black woman, da 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 da. But, one thing about Cardi, though, I like is the fact that her body is her body. Yeah. She didn't have any altered, she didn't do anything to alter herself.
Right,
like, she, and like, what I'm saying, she's stripper strong, what I'm saying? Like, with as far as the, her body, as far as like, it toned and everything. Yeah. And I just think that she was, what I'm saying? Like, she's just herself, what I'm saying? She don't put on no airs or nothing like that. So.
And what's funny, real quick though, she puts on a really good performance, on a live performance. Actually, to me, she does that better than Nicki Minaj. Like, Nicki Minaj tries to really sell her seductive side and, her prettiness and all of that. But Cardi B puts on a performance. Now, I'm not trying to put them two against each other, no disrespect.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just, we talking about in context of both of them being from New York and the vibe that they bring to their songs. So I do feel more like I'm listening to a New Yorker when I hear Cardi. Nicki is, I think Nicki feels like I don't want to limit myself to just always trying to be New York focused. I just want to be international and make my money, because Nicki's like kind of like Jay-Z. She just wants to be at the top financially. Cardi is going to talk her shit. She going to get that New York vibe, but she going to still make her money anyway, because that's what's dope about her. She can still talk her shit and still give you that New York vibe. So, I love that about her. So, shout out to Cardi B. I'll give it to her, man. So, but yeah, man. So, y'all go check that out. The video is called Press. And, it's very, very appealing. So, yeah. But,